So, einen wunderschönen guten Morgen heute hier aus dem Studio Köln und ich freue mich ganz besonders heute das Aviation-Event in Bologna begrüßen zu dürfen. Wir sind jetzt live zugeschaltet nach Bologna. Kurt Hofmann wartet da schon mit seinem ersten Interviewgast. Einen wunderschönen guten Morgen nach Bologna.
Yes, hello, good morning from Bologna, or good day here at Aviation-Event, our first live meeting. We're talking about the airline industry, and it's quite a pleasure for me today to welcome Maria Elena Rossi, Director of Marketing and Promotion of ENIT. ENIT, a very important national tourism agency, and welcome.
Well, thank you. A pleasure being here in Bologna with you.
Thank you that you have time. Tourism is very important for Italy, we know. So you're a world master in this class. So with the pandemic, how much changed tourism for you in Italy, and how do you think it will change tourism in general for your beautiful nation?
Yes, definitely Italy is one of the leader in tourism, as you said. It represents 13% of our GDP, so quite a consistent amount of our economy.
Yeah.
And millions of jobs. And the pandemic has impacted very strongly. Last year, almost halving the overnights and also reducing the international revenues of about 30 billion euros.
Yeah.
So what we have experiencing, like most destinations in the world, are several trends which were already taking place before in some respect. Well, first of all, proximity and domestic traveling, which of course has increased. Italy was experiencing 50% of international travelers before the pandemic, and now it represents around 25-30% because, of course, of all the European travelers which are still considering our destination as a main destination.
Yep.
So proximity and domestic traveling are very strong, and we also expect these markets to stay for the coming 2-3 years before the recovery. The other aspect which existed before has to do with the experience and authenticity, which is something that has been arising before the pandemic, and which now more than ever has become a way to develop more value growth, which experience and authenticity means creating value both for the destination and for its citizens and for the travelers. So I think this is the direction we should go into.
As we talk here in Bologna, which is a really beautiful city, and there are always a lot of tourists actually, but we talk also about aviation, and this links very close together with tourism. So how much do you think, as we have to expect for the next 2-3 years still less air connectivity to Italy, so how much rely your nation in terms of tourism on sustainable airline services, especially with guests from Asia or the US?
Yes, well, what is interesting of Italy is that we have over 30 airports which connect actually every single region, province of Italy, and this has been very important for the development of tourism. The smaller and second-tier cities, for instance, have always experienced connections from Europe and from the rest of Italy. So we have, we had before the pandemic, as main hub Rome, which by the way was and is also been awarded as the best European and sustainable hub for aviation in Europe, and so generally speaking, I mean the balance that we have to find is development, tourism growth, and sustainability. How to combine these two things has to do with many factors, and a better cooperation between the territories, the airports, aviation system, and the travelers themselves, and their own awareness of the importance of sustainability.
Do you think there's there's a lot of pressure to the airlines, but also to the shipping industry, to the big travel ships coming to Venice or to the Italian islands, that the pressure on sustainability, environmentally friendly traveling thinking? Do you think this will also have change for tourism in Italy?
Well,
less CO2?
Yes, yes. Well, the cruise ships in particular have been discussed a lot, and finally the government has decided to stop the passage of cruise ships in Venice in particular, being a very, very delicate and UNESCO, by the way, heritage. Italy has 58 UNESCO heritage sites, which also impact on the way we should try to preserve the most fragile areas of our country, and that means having a better visitor management policy. And main cities such as Venice and Florence are putting into place visitor management policies which are in the direction of preserving. So it means better managing accessibility and information and everything that has to do with the better experience for the travelers. I think the indicators we should add to the tourism indicators, which we've always been using, are the indicators on, let's say, the quality of the life of the citizens and of those who are actually should be benefiting from tourism, but sometimes are actually, this balance is not easy to find.
I can imagine, but my final question to you is the worst over for the tourism in Italy after the pandemic, do you think, and what's your outlook for 2021 or 2022 for tourism in Italy?
As earlier said, I expect 2020 to be very similar to 2021, meaning, of course, extra, so long-haul travel practically inexistent, except for US travelers who have started their traveling to Italy again very strongly for the fall and the winter. What we see is a full recovery in terms of overnights within 2024-2025. As important is not only look at numbers, but look at the value also, and at revenues, and how to create value growth instead of only looking at overnights and arrivals. And I think that the connection with the aviation industry and with the airports in this respect is very important for tourism management of tourism flows.
Dear Maria, thank you very much for your insights and inputs about the outlook of tourism in Italy and the importance of tourism for your beautiful nation. Ladies and gentlemen, we come back very soon. The next guest is the CEO of the Ryanair Group, the Ryanair DAC to be more honest, and stay tuned. Until later.
Thank you und Dankeschön an Kurt Hofmann live aus Bologna und zum